some of the important things that are coming up specifically related to that fucking douchebag Dan. The 7th is his court date, July 7th. That's next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, after the weekend. Around 7 days from that, the following Monday is Jordan's court date. This coming court date, of course, these charges, this sexual assault, forcible confinement, assault, a trio of charges. The victim in the case is being protected, her identity. But people can put 2 and 2 together, and the question is how did this particular behavior that Daniel's up, should he be found guilty? And I'm expecting him to plead not guilty and to take it to trial by judge. That would be my recommendation. I wonder what his legal aid, his free lawyer, I wonder how things are going with those two. He's no Johnny Cochran, but he'll do. I mean, how good of a lawyer do you need just to do what Danny's needs being done here? I expect there to be some lengthy jail time, in my opinion. So the first time that they came up, they put the court over due to more evidence against Danny. And it happened a second time, and I'm not sure if there's more evidence or that they just asked for more time because of the evidence that was submitted. It's unclear to me right now. I'm pulling a Zach Jackson. I'm doing some remote viewing, also known as using my memory. Pulling a Zach. I'm doing a Zach. Throw your donos. Let's see. So, presuming he is going to be found guilty at some point, you have to expect the trials to be coming late 2026 up to mid 2027. And it's based on all kinds of things, including everybody's schedules in that sense. The bottom line, let's see. Let me do a little research into this quickly. So the charges relate to alleged incidents between September 1st, 2024 and March 30th, 2025. That's almost right up to the day that they're reported missing. 30 days before, at the climax, that last incident on March 30th, 2025 had to have been significant. So you can consider there being at least 2 significant incidents and others in between those dates. What the fuck were you doing there, Happy Hands? Danny, why don't you admit to the world what the fuck you were doing? Janie, how the hell do you pretend to walk around and know so much and claim not to know anything at all? Oh, that brings me to this. Hold on. Got to change up screens, excuse me. So, there's all kinds of talk, just in passing, about things that Your mind at the time probably didn't focus on things that Janie said about their whereabouts and what they were doing, specifically playing with wood like the tweakers that they are. Well, Danny sure likes his wood, and he's sourcing it has to be from his work. All right. I think they probably have a gig like making skids on the side. They've got all of the hardwood lumber equipment and things like this. It's on your screen right now. Apparently some McKenzie brothers work there as well, or do work for them. So if you go and take a look at all the shit on his back deck, he's bringing all of the scrap pieces back, maybe the shit that they throw out, maybe some fresh stuff that he can take, leftover, maybe he's stealing from the company. Who knows? It's hard to believe this tweaker's using the employee discount. But he gets all of these random pieces of lumber, and they're all fucking sitting around everywhere, used to repair. No wonder all the places in his fence looks like a goddamn pallet, because he's making it all with pallet wood. And you go to Janie's trailer. Take a look underneath the trailer here. All of those fucking pieces that takes, she's scratched up against the bank there. And in effort to try to keep it warm during the winter, you probably block off the wheel wells and the availability for a lot of air circulation down there that helps keep the interior warm. Not that you'd have to worry because you got such a furnace in there. You got a wood burning stove in there, for crying out loud. Which is fucking fine if you're building a fishing hut or a hunting cabin. But let's not forget, she wants you to believe, friends, that she's such a loving individual that she chose to abandon her own house because the environment around there and the home life was just so wholesome and genuine. They all just got along so tickety-boo, and it was a genuine, healthy, happy homestead. That's what they have been playing and want you to believe every step of the way. It's been fairly easy to say, whoa. No matter what you say, you did end up in your fucking driveway by choice. No matter what. There's all kinds of reasons why you don't want to be in the trailer around the kids, around Malaya and Danny. It has everything to do with the problems that Danny has at that time. So she's been anything but forthcoming. Not that you would expect her to open up and be completely honest, but she may as well have, because she came out to speak out, and she chose to lie straight up and omit and fabricate this fucking tale about hearing Jack and Lily and putting on everybody the story about the kids voluntarily on their own volition walking out the door never to be seen again. And then spin around and start posing questions like you're the Riddler from Batman. Like you want to pretend so bad to be in bewilderment just like the rest of the world. You can't have everything in this circumstance. And your idiot buddy, Darren Gettis, is involved in every last bit of this. And he even makes an appearance in this CBC video. Walking away from the camera. Stupid son of a bitch. That booze-nosed fucking clown. Now, word on the street is caught would be such a... there would be a low likelihood of people catching you needing to get rid of bodies. If you use this place, for example, a place where he got his car crushed to begin with. He's probably already on a first name basis with the owner, perhaps. Maybe Darren and Jordan are too. I'd think so. All of the time Daniel spent purposely leaving his phone at home so it couldn't track him. Post call to the RCMP.
And they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet. And we get up, and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, "Do you hear the kids?" And he says, "No."
Yeah, Lily came into the room multiple times. I mean, me and Maya and the baby were just in the bedroom. And Lily came in multiple times, so I seen her that morning, and
Shut the fuck up.
Was standing right here.
There's that idiot.
With
There's that dimwit. Where you going there, fun boy? Why don't you give your friend some fucking support over here instead of leaving her to hold the microphone and tell the story? This has hoax written all over it. There's so many things. The more that you look at this scenario, you guys really didn't do a very good job. Old Janie's not traumatized. She's mystified. They just disappeared. Well, let me get on with my life.
right here with Meadow on her hip. And I come out and I said, "What's up?" She said, "Jack and Lily are missing." I said, "How long?" She said, "About 20 minutes." I closed the door, got my boots on, came out here, ran up in the woods. Just right up here. The kids have a little fort that they made out of sticks and fir branches.
Old Janie. It's important for Janie to go and make a video with the CBC so that they have something of a distance away, something to form a baseline, their own baseline. They don't and haven't, since they made these videos, wavered one bit from anything but reciting word for word exactly what they've told the RCMP. Their narrative, their script, if you will. They recite it so much, it's turned itself into a red flag, of course, because it's a sign of being rehearsed. And they're all speaking in ways that are distancing themselves really from the situation. None of it has to do with Jack and Lily. Thank God people like Brandon came out. After this call, one moment, please.
And that's where they go. You can see them and hear them. We went for walks in the woods. I had to practically carry Jack through the woods because there was no way that he was walking through all that tree fall.
Who fucking cares? You spend all of this time discrediting the things that you want people to believe, as though you're really creating the mystery where the questions lie. You guys did and know a whole lot more. How premeditated was it? We don't know. We haven't got to that point yet. You're calling her the Temu Glamour? Oh, all you want to do is make fun of her shirt and the way she lives. No, that's not all we want to do. That's just a perk with listening to your fucking lies, Janie. We've got to find humor in it somewhere. Listen, honey, you don't get out there in that RV All right. You have so much animosity held up towards Malaya and the kids. It takes away and distracts you away from the fact that they're even missing to begin with. You don't even believe that there's an emergency at hand. First, you came out, all right? You guys endorsed the fact that Malaya put them in the car at the end of the driveway via Durwood. Then you wanted to pretend that you straightened that misunderstanding out. No. It's far too late after the fact. That's just bullshit. Simply bullshit. Yeah, Michelle, we know who that is at the end of the driveway. It's her fat fucking cousin Logan. Probably giving Danny a hand job.
And bushes. I did this whole area. There's an...
They hated the kids. They hated Jack and Lily being there because they were all forming a real problem. The same problem. She probably had the same issue that Patty had. She gave them an ultimatum, but it was mainly because old Daniel didn't get along with Patty. So Janie now adopted the problem. The problem didn't fix itself. They're fucking lazy. They're dishonest. They steal. They're always fucking drunk. High. They've got kids to look after. And now the system is involved and it's getting worse. It's escalating. They've got no money and they have to do something because the more that they live together, the less it benefits the kids. The kids aren't going to... If Malaya was in truly need of help, they would have to split up. They couldn't be together anymore. But that's not, we don't need to go there yet. You know, we've gotten important information out from the Mackenzie boys themselves as well. I think between all of the sound bites that we've had, you know, number one, you can tell that there's dissension in the ranks. There are questions. There's a generalized hatred towards Daniel. Janie has probably for 2 years been in a position of having to defend herself and what's going on around the property. Remember, she moved into an RV in the driveway. That's what it's called. You're living homeless at home. It's not ideal. You're trying to separate yourself from whatever that you think the needs are. Really, what the problem probably is that you can't bear and you're not wanting to do any child rearing at your advanced age, Janie, we'll call it, because we're all getting older. I don't blame you. It's not your place to be raising Jack and Lily. It's Malaya's. Well, I would think that that's where the problem arises because, wouldn't you know, Malaya has a long history of being neglectful towards her kids and preoccupied with the dick and every substance that she can shove up her fucking nose. And pill to be popped. It seems that Jamie wants to claim to be extra vigilant when it comes to observing the kids when they're outside or when they get outside. Always reminding them to put their coats on would be contradictory to what you stated, Malaya, in front of the camera about not being the types of parents not to be out there with them. Why would you have to say that in the moment? You had to offer up an immediate justification, an excuse for yourself before